Even though influencer marketing has risen to such a great level, it seems PepsiCo hasn't caught up with the trends yet. It isn't enough to bring a supermodel on board. What you bring matters. But what has a soda company even got to do with civil rights? Kendall Jenner is a super famous person, so it makes sense that every brand will want her to do some marketing for them. But perhaps PepsiCo should have taken a step back to consider the message they were really sending in the 2017 Kendall Jenner ad. Brands today are increasingly trying to stretch their influence on our lives, and influencer marketing is one of the ways this gets done. They think a lot of change can be done by simply bringing someone the world loves on board. In their bid to rake in some more sales for their cola brand, the company got a backlash they weren't expecting. The 2.5 PepsiCo campaign titled Live for Now, Moments was the top of headlines shortly after it went live, and it was apparently why. It is still shocking how the executives at the multinational brand didn't anticipate such a response from the public. In the ad, Kendall Jenner, an attractive 21-year-old model, spots a peaceful protest while taking a photo shoot. It appears to be a Black Lives Matter protest. Kendall joins them and becomes a sort of icon among the protesters. The ad wasn't as clear in demonstrating what the protest was all about. This seems to align with Pepsi's history of using social issues as themes for their ads to sell more by capitalizing on burning problems. Jenner gained popularity among the protesters and is even beckoned by another attractive manhandling a cello. In superhero style, she takes off her blonde wig, cleans off her lipstick, and starts a dance with the protesters. The ad ends off with Kendall handing a can of Pepsi to a police officer after she spots him after fist-pumping some activists. It seems the Black Lives Matter movement needs some Pepsi to solve its problems. This part of the ad is where the company got the most backlash. Imagine Martin Luther King launching protests with a can of Pepsi. But hey, the police officer sips, and a woman who appears to be a Muslim and a photographer takes a spectacular shot amidst some cheer, probably celebrating a win. I wish that could cut it in the real world. But, oh Pepsi, it doesn't work like that in the real world. Now the question is, how would that look if the Black Lives Matter movement had a 21-year-old white supermodel leader who happens to be a huge consumer of soda? This may seem like overstretching the facts, but it isn't. That is just how bizarre the ad is. Just as you may have imagined, the ad was a PR nightmare for the company. They issued an apology which said, Pepsi was trying to project a global message of unity, peace, and understanding. Clearly, we missed the mark and we apologize. We did not intend to make light of any serious issue. We are removing the content and halting any further rollout. We also apologize for putting Kendall Jenner in this position. The specifics of this advertisement are unusual, but they're not dissimilar to what other brands are doing. It is no longer sufficient to sell soda, beer, or lumber. Companies are now attempting to rise above media noise by starting conversations, despite the fact that their natural risk aversion and the limited role they play in our lives make those conversations pointless and limited. Even if Pepsi produced a commercial that dealt honestly and openly with police violence, it would be strange. They are a soda manufacturer. While this may have been a PR disaster for Pepsi, it was also a nightmare for the entire Kardashian brand. Historically, the brand has survived scandals, but this one doesn't seem to wear off as the years go by. Although the ad aired in 2017, a parody was recently made just to show how bizarre the rally was. The boys did a great job highlighting that Black lives are a matter that should be handled with decency and care for the people involved. You could count the number of Black people in the ad. How does a protest about Black lives not include as many blacks? And when a Black person is highlighted, all they do is hold Kendall's stuff as she rises to the occasion to save the masses with some dance moves and a can of soda. While the boys' dramatization of Kendall's tone-deaf Pepsi commercial is only a few minutes in length, it packs more punch and understanding of the issues at hand than any other attempt. Saturday Night Live, a long-running comedic satire powerhouse, made its parody in 2017. However, it lacked the same bite, wit, and critique as The Boys. While the parody appears straightforward, small changes and the context surrounding a character, Train's arc, reveal why the Boys is still one of the sharpest satires of American society on television today. Do you think the Kardashians will survive this scandal? It seems to have aged badly for them. Maybe there is a way they can gain redemption. Let us know in the comments.